All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Sacramento Condors. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They go with Chubb on second down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Fights off the defender, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Stiff-armed him. Fights through, and now a crease. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Open man completes it to Butler. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bang, bang. Go. Slant. Watch the slant. Motion. Jack Rabbit.
From the 30 on second down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. From the gun on third down, Haskins. Man open, it's Moss, complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. I got you. Got you. What? Shoot!
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Second and 4. Open man, Butler complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of 2 there, second down. Here we go on second and 12. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. They'll run for it. Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Here we go.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run with Fournette, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Mike, 55.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55. Hey, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. He's checking. Crash.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, baby. Watch the slant.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They were looking for Johnson that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind, and that's caught inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Watch tight end right.
They talked about stringing together some and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Leonard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Tight down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
22, check, bomber. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Yeah, switch out. Orbit. Watch the twist. Out. Go. Switch.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 2. There goes a deep ball, end zone. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 40 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check 26, check 26.
At the 18-yard line.
Watch 55. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got a man. time, complete. 36 yards on the play.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Now, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Shoot. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Cardinals pick it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Tight right. 3 down. I'm good. 27, I'm coming for you.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete to Butler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
31's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. Baby, that's baby side.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Andy Isabella, 35 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Rosas to add the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Taken down at the 41. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 55.
On 2nd and 9. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.